These are the job boards that you can use in order to get a job in Japan. But raise a hand up if you've ever gotten a job using any of these boards. I thought as much. So come along with me today as I cook and rant about not being able to find any job in Japan using all the job boards available. Our journey today starts at Shin-Okubo station. This is an extremely famous station for two main things. Number one, Korean makeup and tropical foods. When you get out of the station, if you go towards the right, you are going to find tons of shops where you can buy tons of Korean makeup products. If you go to the left, you are going to find tons of shops owned by Indians, and most of them sell tropical food. If you're looking for coconut, if you're looking for plantain, you're looking for masala, you're looking for Indonesian food, African food, Indian food, you are going to find it there. This station is extremely packed. When they say there are 36 million tourists in Japan, I believe they all pass through this station because ain't no way. Okay, so this is everything that I have that I'll be making today. I have tomato, because why not? This and this. I'm going to with this with ginger and garlic. I am going to be blending all of this together. This and this and this. I'm going to be blending this together and keeping for further use because I don't want to be making spices all the time. And then we are going to be using a full chicken. And then there we have plantain. And then we have carrots. This carrots actually, this carrots and this veggies and this tofu. Oh, it is still, goodness me, I kept it in the freezer. And then this chopped paprika, all of this. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Sylvie and I came to Japan in 2014. I came as a mixed scholar and I was studying at the University of Tsukuba. I did my master's and my PhD there, and in 2023 I graduated and moved to Tokyo. While in Tokyo, I was working for a company that I actually started working for them since in 2018 while I was a PhD student. But it seems like a lot of things had moved around the company. The person that hired me even left, and it was just the founder of the company. In fact, he got the company from his mom, but let's not go into those details. Anyhow, so it's like he was trying to save up on cash so much. So, like moving up towards, let's say, April, because I lost my job on April 1, 2025. That was the day that I knew that they were not going to renew my contract. So it seems that he's been trying to save up on cash, cutting down. Oh my goodness, I cannot speak English. Anywho, April 1st is the day that I learned that my contract is not going to be renewed, because he sent me a kind of message telling me about how, oh, he's not yet sure about the schedules for the full-time teachers. I was working part-time, so he's not really sure about when he's going to get back to me. And in my head I was like, oh, this is Japanese people's version of saying you're fired without necessarily saying you are fired, and I just smiled. So since April 1, after getting that message, I knew that following Japanese rules and regulations, you are given maximum 3 months in order to find a new job. I have a visa till 2027, but this visa actually requires that I get a guarantor, and that is where job hunting comes in, because I need a new job in order to stay on my visa, so I need a new guarantor, and I have been job hunting. But baby, listen, that first month, I was actually not very thrilled about searching for jobs, because I remember when I was a PhD student and I was job hunting using all these boards, and I did not get even one job. Like all the jobs that I got from A knowing B, knowing C, knowing D, recommending me, and then those type of things happening for me to get a job. So I was already aware that this may be the case this time around, and I swear they did not disappoint. So I gathered the courage and I was applying through the sports. I think one of the most frustrating things for me is the fact that when you submit, especially when you use like hygiene port, it tells you 579 other candidates have applied for this position. And you are like, oh yeah, let's see if I'm ever going to get a call. And like that, you do not get a call. You apply, they tell you that 600 people have applied. You apply, they tell you that 100 people have applied for this particular position. So you already start weighing the chances that they are going to call you, and it is like zero chances. So I've been applying back to back, and at some point I have really just gotten tired, and I started thinking about just reaching out to my old contacts and my old bosses and speaking to them, because trust me, I do not believe in these job boards at all. So I have done all of the things. This is the sauce. This is the plantain. This is the chicken. And these are the veggies. So all I have to do now is mix everything all together. And as I'm mixing it, I'm going to be telling you all about how my week went. I completed the antler application, and this week I had to edit my YouTube video by myself, because my editor was away. He's from Pakistan, and apparently in Pakistan, when they have weddings, it's like the wedding goes on for several days. So he had to be gone for almost a week in order to do the wedding. So I had to edit the videos this week. So I did that. And something that I kept feeling this week, I kept feeling that I wasn't doing enough. Like, I kept feeling like I should be doing more. I should be doing more. And it is interesting that that happened to me, because I remember a while ago, a friend of mine shared with me that his mind is always racing, and he's always thinking about he should be doing more and what should he be doing more. And I remember back then I was like, that is weird. Like, why do you feel like you always have to be doing more? Like, that's a weird way to live. Fast forward a couple of months later, I am here feeling exactly the same way, feeling like I should be doing more, feeling like I'm not doing enough. And I keep questioning myself, like at the end of each day, like when I have just like 5 minutes free time or 1 hour free time, I'm just like, am I sure I need this free time? Like, what else can I be doing? And it was really difficult to get through the week feeling this way. And also because I do LinkedIn and Twitter live every week. I did a live this week, and I had about 259 students on the live. So So I took a screenshot of the live session, and then the next day I made a post and I tagged some companies, and I was like, if you want your, like, I get to do this lives that I have about 250 something students on the live all at the same time. So if you want to talk to students, I was like, to students, let us join the lives, ask your questions about study abroad. And to the companies, let us partner such that we can get to share information to students who are looking for opportunities to study abroad. And a few of the companies have reached out, and I've gotten on calls previously with companies, and the way that they wanted to work was a way that I did not necessarily like it. So because of that, the conversations just faded. So I'm not necessarily optimistic about this calls with these companies, but I am looking to see what happens. I will see how it goes. I'm not optimistic about it because I've gotten on calls with companies before and it did not go anywhere. So, and also I think that when companies or when brands want to work with influencers, there is it feels like the companies want you to be practically a recruiter of students. And I'm like, I'm not a recruiter. What I do is I have a community of students, over 150,000 of them on different platforms. I can share information about them. I can tell them about resources that they can use, and I can tell them about your company, but I am not a recruiter. So they are like, oh no, we are only going to pay you in case you market our products and convert a student to signing up. And I'm like, how about the marketing that I am doing about your company? Like, just talking about your company to my audience, this audience is already marketing your company. So if you think that I have to get to the point of recruiting students for you for it to count as doing some work for you, then I don't want it. Then I do not want it. So some companies have just like, I'm not interested in working with you, or because I'm not trying to be a recruiter. And they're like, no, you're going to get this percentage commission when the student eventually signs up. I'm like, that's not what I do. If you want me to, I bring resources to the community. If you want me to talk about your company, then you have to pay me to talk about your company, right? All right, you'll see how it looks. I think it looks amazing. You see how it looks? It looks amazing. It looks so good. When you are making food where you have to put so many things into it, because like this is plantain, this is chicken, this is veggies. One of the things that can happen is that the veggies can get really, especially if you're using frozen vegetables, it can get really mushy. So you want to prepare everything separately, and then when you come to this stage, all you're doing is you are putting everything together, and you are not using your spoon to mix up, because you're going to get the vegetables like mushier, if that's a word. So you want to just be shaking. You have to just be shaking such that everything mixes up together, and then you leave it at like low temperature heat such that everything sort of boils in together. And then I'm going to leave it for a bit, and then I'm going to serve it, and I'm going to eat it, and I'm going to drink my wine, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, it's fine. You try it and then tell me what you think.
You try to open a restaurant.
You know the crazy part? I used to have a restaurant.
I used to have one too. I wasn't the chef. I used to own a Vietnamese restaurant.
Really?
You have to go to Shin-Okubo to get this banana.
Yeah.
This is not too sweet, but it's really good with savory. Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Maybe this is the first time to eat the green banana.
Really?
savory,
Oh, wow.
right?
Savory.